everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all been well. So today I am bringing you a client tutorial, but also I guess you could kind of say a first impression. I had already done my sister's eye makeup because she was going out, and I had received all of the PR for the Peaches and Cream range from TooFaced. So I figured, let's just film the rest of this, let's try it all out and see how it goes. So to start with, I'm using the Primed and Peachy Primer. This has a cooling factor to it, which is really nice actually. I've used it on myself since filming this tutorial, and it kind of helps with all puffiness, but also is, because it's cooling on the skin, it's really quite refreshing. It does also have a blurring factor to it as well, which helps with almost like a Photoshop finish. I found once applying the foundation over the top, because the foundation is quite velvety as well, they glide on really nicely and just leave the skin looking flawless. Now I'm using the Peach Perfect foundation. So I've mixed two shades together in Sand and Nude just to get the perfect colour for her skin, because she does have a spray tan at the moment. This is an oil-free foundation and extremely full coverage. I did notice I had to work quite quickly, so as you can tell I did dab all over the skin with my finger, the mixture of colours, and then just going in with my beauty blender and blending that one out all over the face and down the neck. And it does dry matte, but it's not hard to work with. It's kind of hard to explain. So it does dry down quite fast, but it's not so dry that you can't work with it with cream products over the top, because I know sometimes when you use a matte foundation, using cream products over the top is just a nightmare. And I know that there is a cream, well, it's kind of like a cream to powder bronzer and a cream to powder blush. So I was a little skeptical of how this was going to work, but it did work really nicely because it didn't dry down too matte. Once the foundation was applied, I started to use the Shape Tape, which is my all-time favorite. I was really hoping to use the multi-coverage concealer from TooFaced, but unfortunately it hadn't released yet in Australia, so I just thought, let's just go in with my all-time favorite. I know how it works, we'll see how it goes on the foundation, and of course I loved it. Like I said earlier, the finish on the foundation is really gorgeous, and I didn't have any issues blending this out at all. So as you can see, it's just applied under the eyes, down the center of the nose, center of the forehead, Cupid's bow and chin, and I'm just using a beauty blender to blend that one out. To contour and bronze up the skin, I'm using the Melting Powder Bronzer. This is the strangest product I actually think I have ever used. I can't quite describe it. It's super creamy, but like it's a powder. Sorry, I don't quite understand how it works. It's really buildable. As you can see, the color tone is really nice, especially for very pale girls. My sister and I naturally are quite pale. Like I mentioned, she does have a spray tan at the moment, but it is buildable. There is a slight shimmer to it, but I'm not mad about it. It does almost bring a dewiness to the matte finish, and the undertones are great. They're not too muddy. That is my biggest issue with being so pale, is that there are always muddy undertones, and my sister finds the same thing. But these are really quite warm, really nice shade, and the finish I absolutely love. It's not too cakey, it's just right. And I've applied the bronzer to the outskirts of the face, so the forehead, cheekbones, jawline, and also to the nose, using the Morphe M530 contour brush. The blush that I'm using is in the shade So Peachy, and it has the same kind of finish as the bronzer. So it's a matte bronzer, but it does have a sheer shimmer to it. I can't, like, if you guys can swatch this in Mecca or Sephora or wherever you can get Too Faced products, please do it, because the formula is seriously blowing my mind. Like, how can something be matte but also be dewy? And oh, it's just so strange. So please make sure that you try these products. Same with the highlighter. The highlighter I actually fell in love with, and the shade was even nicer. So this is the Peach Frost highlight. So it's a champagne-y kind of finish. As you can see, I'm applying it with my smaller beauty blender. I just wanted to make sure that all of the face products kind of melted into one, because I know that there is the matte finish. I didn't want it to look too cakey, so I figured let's try a beauty blender to make sure that the blush and highlight and foundation all go into one. Now I'm applying the Peach Perfect Mattifying powder. I'm normally a Laura Mercier translucent powder girl, so for me, venturing out and trying a different powder, it was a lot. My biggest concern when using a new powder is, first of all, flashback. Secondly, how cakey is this going to look? And thirdly, how white in general without flash is this going to look? And oh my God. I applied it with a beauty blender, as I always do, and it melted in. It gave the most flawless finish. I'm really impressed. I thought there were going to be some hits and misses in this range, but so far I'm loving all of it, and I can vouch and say that I have used it all myself, and the only concern that I have is that the foundation for myself personally is a little bit too drying, but that's because I have generally dry skin anyway, and I do prefer a dewy foundation over a matte foundation, but that's just my skin type. In the meantime, I'm just applying eyeshadow to her lower lash line just to finish off her eye look while her face bakes. And I'm just dusting off the excess bake from her face. On Maddie's lips, I'm applying the Kylie Cosmetics Bare Lip Liner, which is one of my all-time favourite nudes. And over the top, the Too Faced Melted Latex in Pep Talk. So this is a gloss consistency. It's a little bit thicker, and the wear is a lot nicer than a gloss. So it does leave that really tacky, kind of thick gloss that I adore. And with this look, it just ties it all together because it's the perfect nude tone. It goes really well with that eyeshadow. Like, do I honestly need to say more? And to finish off this look, I am just misting with the Peach Mist Setting Spray. Oh, the smell is so nice. Like, I could just spray this on me just to smell it. I don't even care about the benefits of this product. Just give it to me because it smells so nice. But that is all for this look, guys. As you can probably tell, I'm really impressed with these products. I actually really liked them, and I may also film a tutorial on myself using them, as well as the Too Faced White Peach and the Peach eyeshadow palette. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know or give me a thumbs up if you would like to see any more client tutorials. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. I hope you all have a fabulous day. See you soon. Mwah.